Shalom and welcome once again to Just a Word Shorts, Kazak Eliyahu. And today we are going to be looking at an often asked question. In the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 1, it spoke about Elohim. We are going to be looking at the meaning of Elohim. What is the meaning of Elohim or Elohim, as some people call it in various different pronunciations. So what is the meaning of Elohim? We are going to be looking at that to get a foundation to understand the Most High. Watch this video.
So now we get the true meaning of Elohim as in Genesis 1. In the beginning, Elohim created the heaven and the earth. H 430, gods in the ordinary sense, but specifically used in the plural, thus especially with the article of the supreme Eloah, occasionally applied by way of deference to magistrates and sometimes as a superlative, angels exceeding, Elohim, all right. So Elohim is the Father and his Ruach together, as we said before. So the Father created the world through Ruach HaKadosh. See Romans 8 verse 9, but ye are not in the flesh, but in the Ruach, if so be that the Ruach of Eloah dwell in you. Now if any man have not the Ruach of Mashiach, he is none of his. All right? So that's the creation of the world here, Genesis 1 verses 1 to 2. In the beginning, Elohim created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and the darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Ruach of Elohim moved upon the face of the water. So we have here Elohim, we have the Ruach of Elohim. That is the part of Yahuwah with which he created the heavens and the earth. Verse 3 says, and Elohim said, let there be light, and there was light. So this is the same relationship, people. Hamashiach, the Most High spoke to Hamashiach through Ruach HaKadosh. Hamashiach said when he left, so who really created the heaven of truth will guide you into all truth? Was it Yahuwah? He will not speak of himself, but what he hears, he shall speak. What he hears from the Father, that's what he shall speak. Because that place is very consistent. It says the Father is sovereign, the earth, etc. Ruach HaKadosh is his tool. I won't go into this today, but the him sometimes and Hamashiach can refer to his tool. Sometimes referring to his Ruach that he used, his son. Sometimes it refers to him, Hamashiach. But then we'll deal with that another time in detail. So the Most High created the world through his Ruach, not through a man. The Ruach might be in a man, but the Most High did not create the world through the man. He created the world through the Ruach that was made flesh later on. Genesis 1:2, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Ruach of Eloah moved upon the face of the waters. And Eloah said, let there be light, and there was light. In Judith chapter 16, verse 14, it tells us plainly, let all creatures serve thee, for thou spakest, and they were made. Thou didst send forth thy Ruach, and it created them, and there is none that can resist thy voice. So, the Most High speaks, Ruach HaKadosh has to obey the voice of Yahuwah. When he spoke to Yahusha, Yahusha had to obey his voice. There's none who can resist his voice. But it says, though this sends forth thy Ruach, and it created them. So it is Ruach that did the creation. The same Ruach that would later be in a man called Yahushua Mashiach, as it said in Galatians, in the fullness of time. In the fullness of time, Yahuwah sent forth his son, born of a woman, born under the law, to redeem them that were under the law. So Yahuwah is sovereign, but uses helpers. He uses his Ruach, he uses Yahusha, he uses angels, and he uses us to do his work. Because he's sovereign. Ephesians 3 verse 9, and to make all men see what is the fellowship of the mystery, which from the beginning of the world hath been hid in Eloah, who created all things by Yahusha HaMashiach. See? through Yahushua HaMashiach. So it does not mean that Yahushua HaMashiach, the man, did the creation. They're speaking about the Ruach that is in Yahushua HaMashiach, the son of Aluah, through his Ruach HaKadosh. Okay?